Hello, everyone. This is another edition of our Karimu Talks. And today I'm here with a friend that I met in 2023 in July in Tanzania. How are you, Xinyi?
Hey, Adu. Thanks for having me here. I'm doing great. How's your
Uh,
day?
of course, I am very well, very happy to see you. It's been almost 6, 7 months that we don't talk. So it's very
Yeah,
good to meet you again.
yeah, I feel the same. I mean, like time flies, and it's hard to believe. 7 or 6 months ago, we were like in Africa. Yeah, that's where at first I remember like in the opening ceremony kind of Adu was there, and you're very welcoming because we kind of came late, and then but you were trying to make sure we feel comfortable. So it's hard to believe that was 6 months ago.
Exactly. Yeah. So Sini, tell us a little bit. Who are you? Where do you live? Where are you from? What do you do for a living?
Sure. So I'm from China, and I was born and raised in China, and I'm from maybe I wouldn't say the top cities, but it's one of the cities in China where like we have quite some people there, and so I was there until my undergrad, and then I went to the U.S. to further my study for my master. And then after that, I worked a few years in the US and then got a job offer in Zurich. So that's where I am right now in Zurich for 5 years almost.
Okay. And what do
Yeah.
you do for a living?
So I work as a software engineer. So I work for Google, which is how I eventually know Karimu because through colleagues. And yeah, so mostly like because of I work as a software engineer, I most of the time I spend in front of the computer and doing coding stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I do, and yeah.
Okay. And then you met Karimu because of some of your colleagues, and then you heard about this trip. So yeah, why did you decide to enter in this journey as a volunteer in a humanitarian trip to Africa? What happened?
Yeah, so exactly like this is a very new thing for me. Like I have never been on a volunteer trip, not mentioning like a volunteer trip to Africa. So it's like complete amazing experience for me. So I learned about Karamo through a friend who is also working for Google. So I think he mentioned a couple years back when Nelson he actually came to Zurich and gave a talk. That's when he first learned about Karimo. And ever since then, he has been like following very closely what Karimu has been doing, and so that's how I know about. And he sometimes give me the update what's going on. That's how I learned a little bit about Karimu until like he mentioned this volunteer trip where you can actually see how things are going and how people work, and also be part of those people. So that's when like I got really really I got really really interested in this trip, and yeah, then I signed up and I went.
And how was it? So, did you like? Do you think it was what you expected? What called your attention there?
So I honestly have no expectation because it's just a completely new difference for me. I've never been to Africa, and also like as I mentioned, I never been on such volunteer trip before. So I was kind of a bit nervous in the beginning because I don't know what to expect, especially I don't know any people from this organization, like I mean like in person, and I never worked with them, and now like we have to spend like say like 2 weeks together and working on something also completely new for me. I was pretty nervous until I remember like maybe months back, before the actual trip. uh I remember like Nelson. Oh yeah, Nelson sent out this email where he have all the detailed schedule there, and also I think even before that, Marianne was also sending out a doc where like says in detail what you should prepare for the trip and what roughly you'll be doing during the trip. So those are the those are the things make me feel like this is like a really like aside of what they do to the African community, this is really a group of people who cares about each other. Like they want to make sure as volunteers, especially for me, it's my first time, we feel comfortable and we know what we are doing there. And they're very, very detailed, like say what kind of clothes we should be bringing and what else? Like very, very down to detail. Like you can basically it's just a packing list. You can just don't do any research and you just go with the list and you won't go wrong. So I feel very, very like how should I say, like warm with seeing this kind of email. You see like people putting a lot of effort there, and also like the schedule that Nelson prepared, like it's down to like hour or like even half an hour. Like we have a very strict schedule. Every day starts roughly at 7, and you have 1 hour for breakfast, and then everyone have a different task they should do for the day, and then what happens for the rest of the day. Every single one person have their own thing to do, and like it's from then on, I was like more looking forward to the trip rather than like being nervous. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. So I think it's a mix between all the warm attention that
Yeah,
Marianne, the founder of Karimu, she gives to the volunteers. Like I start calling her Mama Marianne.
yeah,
That
yeah,
she's the mother of all the volunteers and of course all the people that we helping Ayalagaya and Ari. But at the same time, we also have Nelson, that is an extremely organized and experienced manager, that he controls the timetable and he organizes things extremely professionally, right? So, and also this, I agree with you, this gives confidence for volunteers that are in this challenge for the first time, in this adventure for the first time. So yeah, it's good to remember these details. And Sini, you were as a software engineer. What did you do in the mission? What was your function? So you worked on what tasks in this mission?
So I guess you are asking about my work, right? Like, what's my mission about my work
In,
related to.
In Tanzania during the trip.
I see. So I guess so I think even before I joined this trip, there were a bunch of I think like um one focus for Karimu is like also like education related. So they already started a bunch of programs which helps the teachers to learn more about technology, and they were actually very, very curious about all this technology stuff. So because like I work for Google, I kind of have some context about the Google product. So I was really honored to offer them like kind of a workshop. Sorry, the light is turning off. Yeah, so this kind of workshop where we I remember there was a bunch of a teacher from the primary and secondary school which joined us. So we were basically showing them how the Google product would work on their portable device. Someone bring in their phone, someone bring in their iPad. So the kind of app we show them is more, it's like some of them is like could help to enhance their work efficiency, like all those Google workspace products, like how Doc works, how Sheets works, and how Slides. And the others, I think, also is quite helpful for them to navigate, say like Google Map or even Google Lens could be a great tool for them to I mean, like if they want to learn some about English or something, you can translate it between languages, or like you can actually search for things you wouldn't know what it is on the internet. So I think originally we were planning for maybe only 30-ish people for this class, and then like when they kind of opening up the when they asked people to sign up, there were definitely more people showed up than we originally planned. And I think at some point there was a problem with like the router, that we bring in one Wi-Fi, but because so many people was in the room, and then like we should have brought two actually. The internet was kind of going slow, and yeah, but you can totally see like how people actually they are very enthusiastic about learning these things, which I think is a good sign, because they are the teacher, and eventually whatever they learn will be transferred to the students, which like will be really beneficial to the whole community.
Yeah,
So it was a really like a special experience for me. And they were so humble. I was like, because they are like teachers, and I feel like they have they are very honored in their society, where like me as a just some random people coming in, and I feel like I'm still somehow like a junior in some ways compared to them, but they're super humble. Like they ask you questions, not like taking everything, like assume they just know everything. But yeah, so I definitely like learned a lot from them, from the workshop myself as well.
amazing, amazing. And I also remember that you were with me. We were visiting some schools to make like we were auditors to see if they were maintaining well the schools, right? So we were with a
Yeah,
checklist of things that we have
right.
to see if the community was doing their part of the agreement in maintaining the schools, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that is also like quite interesting experience, because I feel I think like my main focus was on the maintenance check. So I definitely went to a lot of places. So I went to like all the different a couple of school, and also the health center, and so that gives me the chance to actually see how things has been doing right now. There are some school where like part of them is renovated, like it's the newly built classroom, and some of them is not. And you can clearly see the difference between like the outside, and also like you can see like how the kids, the students in the school, they are like basically like they are more well, they are taken more, they are taken like better care of, especially like there are the places where they have the new kitchen, and it's just so much bright, and so like I would say like also clean, and then like they, yeah, you can feel like they are more happy in
Yeah,
general.
absolutely. You feel that we are changing their lives, right? So you feel that the gratitude that they have for what Karimu is doing when you
Yeah,
see their eyes, when you see their smile, when you arrive in the
right.
place, it's very good and very emotional to see how happy they become with all this support that we are bringing.
Totally. Yeah. You have that kind of feeling every single day, every single moment, I would say.
Exactly. Yeah. And Sini, what was your main learning from this trip? So what was the most impactful lesson that you brought from this trip?
Um the most impactful lesson, I think like the kind of the kind of grateful feeling is the thing like I take back with me. And also like um I feel people there, they don't take things for granted. Like they know like Karimu was there and made a lot of things happen. And then you can see like wherever we go, like the kids are following us, like they want to hold our hands, and people say hello to us. And also like you can see in the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, people like really like try to show their respect, and also like try to thank everyone from Karimu. So that kind of thing make me also um feel like I could have done, like I should bring this kind of thing into my life. Like we should treat like we should show people more respect and help each other, and then like in exchange like we will feel this this kind of flow going on and make each other's life much better. I
Yeah,
would,
I think we have a lot to learn from them. So
yeah.
I completely agree with you. The sense of community of these people, they helping each other, the solidarity they have between them, the gratitude they have with the work that we are doing. These are very important lessons that the world should improve on this, learning from them. I agree with you. And Tini, we need more help, right? Karimu needs help. We I think we built a good methodology where we help the community, not as a charity, not giving things for free, but we help them to build projects that they prioritize, and they we listen to them. Where do they need help? For example, in the water projects where we bring water to the distribution of water to the communities, in the health centers that we help them to build the health centers, in the entrepreneurship, in the savings group methodologies that we help them. We also have the kitchens in the schools, right? Of course, the schools are a very important part of our work. The classrooms, we are building schools there. So we need a lot of help. And basically, we need donations, right? So people can go to our website and make a donation. And also, we need volunteers to come to Tanzania and help. So, what is a message that you would tell to people to help us in these two items, like donations and volunteers?
That's a good question. So the first thing came to my mind, maybe not directly to answer to answer the question, is I guess what I learned from this trip is actually I think I have a switch of a mindset. So what I've been feeling after the trip is so I think before I always think like say like NGO or part of NGO or part of charity is like a super big thing. Not like someone as normal as me would do. Like probably someone super successful, they would like actually spend time to invest into like joining this kind of volunteer or like donate a big chunk of money, which will make a total difference. But this kind of thought changed completely after trip. I feel like even though me being like only a small part of the whole bigger, larger group, I'm able to already create some of the difference, like the interactions we have with the teacher on the workshop, and also like the art class we did with all the local students. You can see that they enjoy this a lot, and also like you kind of open a window for them to see like this is a possibility, like there's a lot of things outside going on. So I think those are very small things like I think everyone can do basically. You don't have to be like very successful like in whatever way you define successful, but that's the thing I think we should somehow like convey to the rest of the world, hopefully, that you can only do very little things, but you can make a big difference. And
I love it. I love it what you said. Like I took notes here, like switch of mindset, that you can do it, you can take action, and every tiny action that you can take will make a difference, right?
yes,
So this is
exactly.
a beautiful message. I love it, and I think I will repeat this a lot, because I think people when they see some video about content that this is the reality in Tanzania, this is the reality in Africa, they feel they I think they can feel emotional, they can this can touch their hearts, but I think we still see a big gap from touching the heart to action.
Yeah,
Even
exactly.
build a bridge between these two things and just take action, just help, even if it's a small financial donation, right? Or if it's an action to do something, help as a volunteer, doing a class, teaching Google products, or if it's doing an audit in water points or schools, or if it's building content, or if it's just sharing this content to people. These is small actions, they at the end they can help us to have a big impact. Yeah, I love it. I love it what you said. And
Yeah.
and what's next? What do you think that Karimu should do? What do you think that is the most important challenge that Karimu has, based on what you saw there? What we should do next? What is the challenge?
Um, I guess ever since I came back from the trip, I talked to my colleague and my friends about this, and they were so surprised about the. I talked to them about the experience, like what happened and what we did. They feel so interested, but they just somehow they wasn't aware of this. So I can totally imagine more people would join if they have a way to learn about Karimu. And I think like what you're doing, we built this social media content that is already a good way to spread the message. Like Karimu, there is like Karimu, and it's doing an amazing job to change people's life. So I think it's already a very, very good thing to draw people's attention. And I think so I think like you'll be also doing great with working with the community and listening to people's opinion, and then let them make the decision call because they know the circumstance much better. I think those are like already very good things. So yeah, I would say keep up the good work.
Very good. So, following Cine advice here, so you are watching this video, please go to karimufoundation.org. It's a very transparent organization, so you can have all our indicators, all our KPIs. You can have all our projects where we are investing your money. More than 95% of the funds that we receive in donations go directly to the projects. What the entity spend on staff is a very small part. This is remarkable. This is very interesting. uh, and yeah, and you can access our Instagram. So look for Karimu Foundation on Instagram. We have our LinkedIn and also our Facebook page. So search for Karimu Foundation there. And yeah, we will tell more stories, impactful stories, stories of volunteers. We will also share our needs for the projects that we need money, so you can help us sharing the campaigns for fundraising. So if you help us on this, yeah, will be amazing, and we can change the lives of more people.
Yeah.
Tini, was very, very fun and good to talk to you here. I want to thank you for your generosity. Thanks for your time. Thanks for stopping your work to talk to us and share your testimonial as a volunteer. And yeah, keep sharing the news and keep helping us, because you're just in the beginning. There's a lot of work to do.
And I'm looking forward. Thank you, Edu, for this amazing opportunity for me to share.
Of course. Thank you, everyone. We talk soon in the next edition of Karimu Talks. Bye bye.
Bye.